Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Susan McInerney here with Social Services, and we have Jessica Valenzuela, who is here on behalf of Alzheimer's OC. Well, welcome both of you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you in person. It's been a while.
Long time. Yes, yes.
Now, we have been on our Zooms for the last 2 years now, and we've been talking all about social services, and you guys have done an awful lot of things, even though you haven't really seen people in person, but you've done a lot over the phone.
Right.
But I know you have an update, and we'll get to you in just a second. So go ahead and just give me an update of how it's going.
So we have mostly seen people in person up to in their homes.
Okay.
A couple of times we had to kind of, when things got rough during the pandemic, we did it by phone, but we tried. It's so hard to do what we do not in person. So we did as much as we could within parameter of safety. But we're back. Our office is open. We're doing home visits. As we suspected, kind of post-pandemic and getting into this next wave, a little more anxiety is rising, so our need has gone up. So we've been seeing a lot more people, a lot more residents, kind of inquiring self-help techniques in terms of how do I deal with this anxiety, especially now. I think people didn't expect this to be as long as it has been.
Yeah, I know. At the very beginning, we thought, oh, it's just going to be a few months, and then, of course, it wasn't. So,
Right.
of course. Now, when you say that you visited them in their home, so you would obviously take the whatever protocol was necessary, but what were some of the things that you were dealing with? Was this grief, loss, depression, anxiety, all of the above?
All of the above,
Okay.
yes, yeah. I think a lot of what, that's kind of our normal everyday stuff. Pandemic stuff was more, almost akin to almost post-traumatic stress, kind of that after the fact. I think we did such a good job in the village of being safe, staying in the home, and now we're seeing the other shoe drop in terms of the residual effect of what that was like.
Yeah.
I think people do really well in a crisis, and then when a crisis is going away, then you have more of how to deal with the residual feelings.
Okay, well, there's also still a little bit of anxiety because now we have a mask thing again, and now we have a new variant, and so there's a lot of things that I think are still of the unknown. And then, of course, if you have a particular ailment like dementia or Alzheimer's, it's an added stress to that, of course.
For the caregivers, too.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The good thing that we've learned, though, the people who did the best through the pandemic, and even so now, older adults have more resilience than any other age group. I don't know if it's the age or just that they've been through things before and we know what to pull from life experience, but older adults have done phenomenally well.
Wow. Well, then there's a lot to say about that, and we can probably learn from that as well. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, Jessica, you are with Alzheimer's OC, so just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I got to join Alzheimer's Orange County in July, and I've been here at the village since October. Okay. Alzheimer's Orange County, their mission is really to help support caregivers and individuals who are experiencing not only Alzheimer's, but dementia, related conditions, and just general brain health. So my role here at the village is really focused on helping caregivers and individuals who are experiencing, memory loss concerns, brain health questions, and really supporting them through that.
Okay, so it's a collaboration, but are you employed with social services, or is it a collaboration?
So it's a collaboration. My position is fully funded by Alzheimer's Orange County, so there's no additional fee to our residents, but I get to collaborate and be here with the village.
She's here every day in our office.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now, we do have a very big presence of Alzheimer's OC with Dan Daly and our Fit Brain Club, and so we do have that here, and that's great. Absolutely. So hopefully having you here can certainly address a lot of different things. Now, we did show a picture of you, and there was an article in The Breeze, and that talks a lot about what you will be doing as well as how you guys handle various things through social services. Just give me a kind of a brief overview of the article.
So the article itself talks about what Jesse's going to be doing in particular, and since this article ran, we've had a lot of calls for the Mind Check program. That's something people are very interested And do you want to do a little?
Yeah, tell me what the Mind
that
Check
is.
program is.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mind Check is it's a no-cost service designed to provide a baseline of an individual and their current cognitive sort of awareness. So it's not a diagnosis of any kind, but it helps provide a baseline to individuals. Maybe they're having some questions, or maybe they're noticing some changes in their self or a loved one. It takes only about 15 minutes to complete, and then they have some information that they can follow up with their doctors on, and go back and kind of use that as a starting point for that conversation.
Well, you must also have an awful lot of questions regarding the latest treatments that are being tested and researched. So in regards to caregivers, how is it that you help them?
Absolutely. So a number of different ways, but really through education, information, and support. We say a lot of the times that caregivers really got thrown into this role. They might not have applied for it, they might not want it, but they're there. And so how can we help them better communicate? How can we help them manage some of those really stressful situations that they're encountering? One of the great resources too that we offer is a support group, where really it brings caregivers together who are caring for loved ones with Alzheimer's, dementia, or related memory conditions. It's a very unique need and a unique condition, and so bringing that group together, allowing people to share what's worked for them, sharing their challenges, building that community, making sure that caregivers don't feel so alone. So that group meets twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesday of every month, currently over Zoom. So yeah, it's a lot of different great resources.
Well, you have your hands full. I think you definitely do, and so welcome. We're glad you're here with us. So Susan, tell me a little bit about this past year. I know that we had the holidays, and there's a lot of giving during that time frame, but so kind of recap what's happening.
We're very fortunate. We had a lot of donations this holiday season. So Saddleback Church, Saddleback Memorial Care, the Kiwanis Club, Council on Aging, Smile Makers, and the biggest one always is our own foundation, the foundation.
Oh, that's great.
So we did a lot of helping people with grocery cards, and Visa cards, and stuff that people can use towards bills or groceries or whatever is needed. A lot of financial hardship the last few years.
Wow, yeah.
So the foundation has always been the backbone of that program of being able to help our residents in need, and they've done another phenomenal year of helping.
That's great.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, you don't have to always do it around the holidays, and you could do it anytime, right?
Right, yeah, the foundation is always taking donations. You'll see their flyers and their logo. They have the blue logo, and you can give donations right here in the community building.
Okay, perfect. And if anyone wanted information regarding social services, how should they get in touch with you guys?
They can always give us a call, email us, but the best probably is just give us a call. We're there.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you both, and welcome to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back after this.